Namaste, so family. So I want to talk about in this video cleansing and saging your spiritual equipment, okay? Or your spiritual tools. So a lot of people, there's this propensity. Not that anything is wrong with getting crystals. Those are beautiful accessories, spiritual accessories. And they do aid you in, raising your vibration, tapping into a specific frequency or space, depending on um, their specific frequencies and purposes. Okay, so they are useful and helpful. But what do you do when you have no money to purchase these items like sage, um, crystals, um, all different kinds of herbs that they use to, cleanse their spiritual spaces, and, accessories, elements that, people are in tuned with their spirits, acknowledging that they are, spiritual beings having human experiences, and, becoming subconsciously conscious. Um, what do you do when you don't got money? What do you do? Now, the main way, the most important rather way of cleansing and purging and purifying your spiritual tools, instruments, and your space is by maintaining a high vibrational frequency. And like I said, crystals and, these herbs, they aid us, and even tools and, certain gifts, certain handcrafted, creations. But there is a way to cleanse your space, to cleanse your spiritual, like for example, tarot readers, okay? Your cards. And that very easy, non-expensive, cheap, very effective, costless, okay, way of cleansing your cards, cleansing your crystals is by transcending to high frequencies, by maintaining a high vibrational frequency, which is being mindful of your interactions, your conversations, okay, and engaging in much stoicism, because relating, we know that we exchange energies in relations, okay, in relationships, whether it's a social relationship, a sexual relationship, an intimate relationship, a, job relationship. It doesn't really matter. Just say hi and bye, but you have to ensure that you keep those interactions to a minimum if you are a high vibrating being, and especially when you do not have the money to purchase certain items like these crystals to aid you in cleansing your space and detaching from certain low vibrational frequencies, okay, opposed to the frequencies of these crystals, then um, just do it from a costless, very effective manual place, which is to do basically all the work yourself, because the crystals, they make it easier, but you still have to have good frequencies. Let me just call them high vibrational frequencies, that good frequencies, because I did do a video which I uploaded to my friend my the Grey Witch channel, um um about crystals, cleansing crystals, because you have people, they use crystals and they don't really work for them, unbeknownst to them. You know, a lot of times it's like this, what do they call it? That the placebo effect. That's what it really is. So they think that these crystals are working for them, but they're not. Because to get a crystal to work for you, you have to meet that crystal part way. You gotta really have good intentions for the crystal to work for you. And you have people engaging who, are Instagram witches, okay? They don't understand universal laws. And so they get these crystals, they project negativity onto people. They do a whole heap of wickedness, and they expect these crystals to protect them. And it doesn't work like that. What happens is the crystals that they have eventually become corrupted by their energies, and therefore very useless and ineffective. So crystals, they're beautiful to have around. For me, they're more like souvenir, because at the end of the day, you have to learn to get yourself manually to a high vibrational frequency. Things aren't always, all peaches and cream. What do you do when you don't have the money to purchase these things? You're not left for death. You're not left for dead. Okay? You're not. Okay? So these crystals, they're more to me like souvenir decoration, because at the end of the day, even if you have tons of them around you and you don't have good intentions, you're hurting people, you're not having good conversations, you gossip all fucking day, you're so hateful. These crystals, you actually bleed them with their energy, you kill them. You actually kill these crystals, and they're just decorations around you. They have no power, because you actually um voided them of their power and purpose. Your toxic frequencies and energies killed them. Okay? And a lot of people, they don't understand this. And so you find people are so toxic, and they continue, and toxicity begets more toxicity, because you find that, okay, you find that these people, they want protection. They don't want to do the things that merits protection, and they do unseemly, unethical things to get money to buy crystals, so they can do more unseemly, unethical things. You get what I mean now? By toxicity begets more toxicity. Okay, yeah, that's what I mean. This could be stealing money in many different ways, shapes, and form, scamming, you know, um, prostituting. Now, some people may say that that's okay, and that's okay, because we all have free will, you know. But you are giving away your energy and your power when you engage in that. Okay. So I'm just gonna, yeah, leave that there. So to all my intuitives out there, you see these, readers online, and a lot of times, let me just say this, the readers will make you feel like you gotta have sage, you gotta have certain herbs, you gotta have certain crystals for your readings to be accurate, for your cards to be clean, for you. It's not about the cards. The cards, they don't do the reading. Your energies, they do the readings. Okay, it's your energies, okay, that manipulates the cards, which cards fall. It's your gifts, your energies. Anybody can take up your cards, but they won't, I guarantee you, they won't get the same readings. The same cards won't fall for them. And that's because they have different energies. So it's not the cards, but it's the person using the cards. Okay? So I've seen a lot of them, and they, are so bougie, and they, they make spirituality seem so complicated, as the people in the Matrix. And when you think about it, these are the same people, the Mr. Smiths, seeping, through the crack of the Matrix, coming into the real realm, the real world, the spiritual world, where we're subconsciously conscious that we're spiritual beings having human experiences, and trying to deceive those who are waking up, to put us back into bondage, to think that money's everything and we gotta have money for an accurate reading. We gotta have money to do a reading. No. You can make your own intuitive cards. And this is something that intuitively came to me like a long time ago, which I talked about, that Astro Queen girl who she, tapped into my Akashic records unbeknownst to me. She can't do that shit again. And she's paying for that dearly. Now you got, and it's a cult of them on YouTube, okay, on social media, in various different parts of the world. They're connected because it's a cult. They team up together, and they tap into people's Akashic records and steal information. They sell, plus they use for themselves. Now you got so many people making their own intuitive cards. That's an idea that was just there. But I saw that idea way before a lot of intuitives on social media. We know the original, their cards made by other people. We know that was possible, but I saw that such a long time ago, because how that came to me, I never had the money to buy my own intuitive decks. And that's how I am, very innovative. If I don't have the money to purchase something, I'm gonna make it myself. And then you got some of these readers, they see other readers making their own cards and they start to make theirs. But the first set of readers who started making their intuitive cards were copying me. They are in cahoots with Astro Queen. They were. But they're falling apart. The group's falling apart. The rats are scrambling. If you check out my Fenico Sujoso Instagram, go way down, like I think late 2019, early 2020, you'll see me with my personalized cards. As a matter of fact, I think it was 2019. Yeah, it was then I first started making my own, handcrafted intuitive decks, because like I don't see anybody as being greater than I am. I don't see Doreen Virtues being greater than I am. She's just a human being, a spiritual being having a human experience, but you know what I mean. She's just another being. Okay? And if she was able, she's just another body of energy. If she was able, being a body of energy, to make intuitive decks, then so could I. That's how I think. I don't follow, I didn't copy. Because my decks, they were so way different. Okay? Something I could easily resonate with. Spiritual cue cards. Now, so many people, they got them now. So many intuitives. And for doing that, she's going to suffer dearly. She is suffering dearly. And her ultimate judgment is death. And I don't feel sorry for her for doing that to me. She did that because she was just fucking hateful. That's why she did that. She called it out in my reading. I think it was an Aquarius reading, because I'm Aquarius trine, sometime 2019. When I way already had the idea of doing that. I'm like, when I heard her say it, I'm like, damn. Because she tapped into my Akashic records and she saw she's lost that gift. Because she didn't say that because she wanted to help me or she wanted to be accurate. She said it to be vindictive and malicious. So don't follow these hoes, I call them, because they do all kinds of shit to, be able to purchase these intuitive decks, these crystals, because it's to create an illusion that they're great. They're more competent than they are. You don't have to have money to be accurate. You don't have to dress a certain way. You don't have to have 5, 10, 6, 7, 8, whatever intuitive cards. You don't gotta have that many intuitive cards. You don't have to have a table stack with 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 intuitive cards and laced with crystals and glory lights. You don't need to have them stuff. You can just have a simple deck. I started even the cartomancy, and this, cartomancy, this is something that I've been doing, like, because this was something that seemingly became obsolete. And when I first started my spiritual journey, I didn't start using the Rider-Waite deck. I didn't start using a tarot deck. I started using cartomancy, divination. 2019, check out my Queen Sia YouTube channel. 2019, go all the way down. There's some music on it now. That's my music account. But go all the way down to my, because I initially started that in that YouTube channel for astrological divination intuitive purposes. You see how I initially started reading cards using cartomancy. And I know the bitches were in cahoots with Astro Queen. Because like everything I do, they be following me. They be using cartomancy now. They be using, these same cards that they used to play with, poker and shit like that. Yeah. These are initially made for divination purposes, unbeknownst to a lot of people. And I started using them because I'm very open-minded and very, very innovative like that. They're hoes because a lot of them, they don't got a reason to be making their own decks. They don't got a reason to be using cartomancy. They got so many purchased intuitive decks. They're just riding the coattail, riding the bandwagon, just riding the motherfucking wave. And you can tell them bitches. They're the ones who y'all saw using multiple tarot cards, intuitive cards, like Doreen Virtues and them other, people. And all of a sudden now they're making their own customized cards. Oh, they're making they're now using cartomancy. Why the fuck you using cartomancy? It's you already got, I don't see the point. This is why, us, the cheapies, the ones who cannot afford tarot cards, we use, but we still get very effective messages for the collective, and the zodiacal, individual zodiacal frequencies is what we use. Why you think using, cartomancy after you already started using tarot cards is going to make a difference? So you got to think, and then you realize, the ones who are really spying on you, watching you. Yeah. And shit like that. I see them. Spirit keeps, showing them up to me. In the astral realm and in the physical matrix. In the matrix. In the spiritual realm and in the matrix. Yeah. So, and I'm not even going to call them host name. I'm not even going to call their names. You'll see them online because a lot of you come across them. And you'd be like, why they be like using, these cards now? Does it make fucking sense? No, it don't. Still delivering the message. Why? Why? You got a whole heap of intuitive cards. Why the fuck? Okay. So I'm gonna leave it there for you guys. So you don't you gotta be innovative. You don't have to pressure yourself. Oh, I feel led to, do readings, intuitive readings, but I don't got the money to purchase my own intuitive decks. Start off with, these cards are very cheap. Poker cards, whatnot, they're very cheap. Normal deck of playing cards, they're very cheap. Okay. They're very cheap and very effective. Very cheap. Just learn the suits. Okay? They're very cheap. Like here in Jamaica, you can get one for 200 and something Jamaican dollars, 300 and something Jamaican dollars. They're very cheap. In the States, you can get them for cents, I'm sure. They don't even cost $1 US. Okay? I don't think so. So I'm gonna leave it there, guys. Namaste.